Dear students, now we are going to discuss about capacitor and capacitance of parallel plates. Capacitor is a passive electronic component with two terminals. Capacitor is mainly used to store electrical energy in an electrical field. Generally, it blocks the flow of DC and permits the flow of AC alone. Hence, it is widely used in filter concept. The property of the capacitor is known as capacitance. So we can simply represent the capacitor like this. Correct? This is the symbol of capacitor. So the property of this capacitor is known as the capacitance. That is the value of the capacitor. Capacitor is composed of two conducting plates of area A that is separated by a dielectric medium. Its permittivity is epsilon. The distance between these two plates is represented as D. If potential V, that is voltage, is applied across the plates, the positive charge Q is deposited on the one plate and the negative charge is deposited on the other side. So this is general construction of the capacitor. So capacitance, as I told you, it is the property of a capacitor. So here the capacitance is defined as the ratio of the magnitude of charge on either of the conductor to the potential difference between the conductors. So this is what the definition of capacitance. Okay, simply we can say it is the ratio of the charge on any one of the sides, that is conductors, to the potential difference between the conductors. The unit of the capacitor is mentioned like coulomb per volt. That is charge divided by voltage. So we can say it is coulomb per volt. But in SI units, we can represent capacitance in terms of farad. Okay. So this capacitance can also be derived as A epsilon divided by D. That is, the capacitance can be derived from the values of its area, its dielectric constant, and the separation between the plates. So here this A is nothing but the cross-sectional area, D is the distance between the plates, epsilon is the dielectric constant. Here epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. Epsilon naught is the constant value, so that is 8.854 in 10 to the power of minus 12. Epsilon r is the relative permittivity. It depends on the type of material we are using inside this. So now we are going to derive this value, this expression from this general definition. So here we are going to derive the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. So consider a capacitor which is composed of two conducting plates of area A which is separated by a dielectric medium epsilon. The separation between these two plates is D. Okay. So here we are going to start with the electric flux density. What is the electric flux density? So here we know that general definition, electric flux density is equal to charge per area. So that is Q by A. We know that this D, that is flux density D, is equal to epsilon into E. We can simply replace this D by epsilon into E, that is equal to Q by A. Okay, from this we can obtain this Q. So we have to move this A to this side. So we will get Q is equal to A into epsilon into E. Okay. So next we know that the relation between E and V is E is equal to potential per distance. So this is the general formula, correct? So E is equal to V by D. So we are going to replace this E by using this formula. So this definition Q is equal to A epsilon E. This E can be replaced by V by D. Okay. So from this we are going to move this V to this left hand side. So we will get Q by V, that is equal to A epsilon by D. So we know that Q by V means what? Charge per charge divided by potential is nothing but capacitance. So C is equal to capacitance is equal to Q by V, that is equal to A epsilon divided by D. Its unit is farad. So we have obtained the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. This is the formula for getting the capacitance. Next, we are going to derive the capacitance of two dielectric media. So in the previous case, we discussed about only the single dielectric medium. So between two parallel plates, here we are going to consider two different dielectric media. Okay, so instead of having a single dielectric, I am going to fill one part, that is with one dielectric material, another half part with the another dielectric material. So in this case, the distance for this first dielectric material is D1. The distance for the second dielectric material is D2. The total distance between the two plates, this is one plate, it may be positive Q, it may be a minus Q. Okay, the total distance is D. So here the voltage is also divided between these two different dielectric materials. So here the applied potential, the total potential V is equal to V1 plus V2. So as we know that E is equal to V by D, correct? So electric field intensity is equal to voltage per distance, that separation. So from this V is equal to what? I can take this to this side. So V is equal to E into D. So the total potential is equal to V1 plus V2. V1 is nothing but E1 into D1. V1 is nothing but the electric field intensity within this area into the distance. Okay. So likewise V2 is equal to E2 into D2. So we can consider that is the first equation. So next we are going to get that we are going to find out the value of this E1 and E2. So for that we can consider this. So flux density D1, that is equal to Q by area, that is charge per area. Here this area is common, as well as here plus Q means this is minus Q. The same charge amount is there. So D1 is equal to Q divided by A. So D1 can be replaced as epsilon into E1. So that epsilon can be moved to this side. So epsilon is nothing but epsilon naught into epsilon R1. This is epsilon R1, this is epsilon R2, right? So we can write, so E1 is equal to Q divided by A, actually that value, and epsilon can be moved over here. So epsilon is nothing but epsilon naught into epsilon R. This is for the first type of material, so epsilon R1. So similarly for second flux density D2 for dielectric medium epsilon R2. So D2 is equal to Q by A, that is equal to E2 is equal to Q by A epsilon naught into epsilon R2. Now we are going to substitute this E1, E2 value in this equation. So here this E1 can be replaced as Q divided by A epsilon naught epsilon R1 into D1 plus E2 is replaced as Q divided by A epsilon naught epsilon R2 dot into D2. Okay. So from these two equations, I can take this Q by A epsilon naught as a constant. So in this term is common for both. So I can simply take it outside. So Q by A epsilon naught into D1 by epsilon R1 plus D2 by epsilon R2. Correct? So I can take that LCM and then this equation becomes Q by A epsilon naught into epsilon R1 epsilon R2 in the numerator side D1 epsilon R2 D2 into epsilon R1. Okay. So next step, it's very important. We are going to derive the capacitance, right? What is capacitance? Capacitance is equal to Q by V. Charge per voltage, that is potential difference. So here we have V, that is voltage, is equal to Q divided by A epsilon naught into D1 epsilon R2 plus D2 epsilon R1 divided by epsilon R1 into epsilon R2. If I am going to move this V this side and make the other terms to the left hand side, what will happen? So Q divided by V has to come over here. Okay, the remaining terms are moving to the other side. So Q by V is equal to, so this denominator goes to the numerator in the other side. So Q by V is equal to A epsilon naught, epsilon R1, epsilon R2, it is in the denominator. In the other side, if we are moving to the other side, it will become in the numerator. So Q by V is equal to A epsilon naught, epsilon R1, R2 in the numerator divided by D1 epsilon R2 plus D2 epsilon R1 in the denominator. So that is nothing but capacitance value. Okay, this is for the capacitance of two dielectric media. Okay, do you all understand? So that is the common term. And one more thing, suppose there are three media, what will happen? So if I am having the capacitance of, this is epsilon R1, this is epsilon R2, this is epsilon R3. I am having three different mediums. The same equation, what I am going to do, I am going to include another one term, epsilon R3. For this distance D1, I can write epsilon R2 into multiplied by epsilon R3. For this D2, I can multiply with other two component. Okay, so epsilon R1 into epsilon R3 plus D3. One more distance is there, right? D3 into epsilon R1, epsilon R2. Okay, so likewise we can increase the different materials. Okay.